Hi, I'm Ian. This is our second video, and this is for Seminars for Success. This is my answer to the question, I've used analytics for 1 year, I have no idea what to use, there's so much data. Can you tell me 3 things that I can look at tomorrow and take action from my data? So the first thing we'd explain to a customer is actually to frame analytics into a process. So the process is acquire. So acquiring is the traffic coming to your site, whether it's from banner ads or AdWords, Google's content network, or even offline advertising. And then the second part is to measure with a tool like Google Analytics. But then it's to analyze. So it's not just having the data, it's being able to analyze the data. And I always think that the key thing about analytics is realizing that everybody that's come to your site is a real person. And you can actually build up a profile of people quite quickly by just looking at some key metrics. And then you've got the choice. The choice is you can actually make some quick changes, or you can actually do some tests, some either A/B testing or changing your ad text. Immediate actions which have a big effect on your web business. So I'd like to bring attention to 2 metrics which are in reports which can make a big difference to you understanding what the audience is doing and what the audience is thinking. Most people navigate sites in a kind of subconscious way. So if they do see something they don't like, they'll leave. So time on page and bounce rate are great ways of actually comparing either keywords or looking at landing pages and actually deciding where to put our time. Now, bounce rate is simply someone comes into a website and they go out again. So 100% bounce rate is really bad because 100% of people came in and went out. 80% isn't actually much better, because it means that only 20% of your people actually stuck around. So 50% or lower bounce rate is really where to aim for. Now in our example here, we're assuming that the actions on the site have to be done on the site. There's no phone number, because you can actually end up with a high bounce rate if there's a phone number on the site, because someone comes in, they ring the number, and then they go away. But for this example, we're assuming that that's not the case. We want someone to perform an action on the page, or at least to stick around. So in this case, this is an AdWords keyword report within analytics. So we have our AdWords keywords, and we can see key metrics such as pages per visit, time on site, and the bounce rate. And it means we can compare these and actually see that our bounce rates are pretty high on our most trafficked keywords. So that could mean a bunch of quick actions. The question is, are they right keywords? Do they need the match types changing? Or maybe the ad text to be changed? Or do we need to go slightly longer tail and get more engagement? We also might want to have a look at the pages we're landing people on. And if you haven't got much time or resources, let's just take the first one and look at that and see if we can work on that and reduce the bounce rate. Second report is the map overlay. This allows us to see where people are coming from. And in this example, let's assume that most people are coming from the UK. And you can see that the top location is London. And actually most of the other locations are in and around London, although some are outside of London, like Manchester and Edinburgh. So what that means is we can actually target our budget. If we've got a limited budget, whether it's offline or online marketing, we can actually target where we're getting the most engagement from. In this case, London actually has a very low bounce rate, so it seems like a good location. So maybe we want to target more of our spend in London through AdWords, or maybe if we want to do a flyer campaign, London might be a good location to do it, or some print advertising. So very quickly you can actually get more from your money by actually deciding where your customers are located. A third report, this is my favorite report, is the top content report. What the top content report does is actually list the top content pages on your website with the URLs, give a set of metrics, page views, time on page, and of course bounce rate. Now the great thing about this report is that, again, you can do just one thing. You can look at the page which is giving you the most traffic, in this case over 100,000 visits, and we can look at the bounce rate, and the bounce rate is quite high, it's 86, and it's actually higher than the other pages. So what that means is we know to work on that page. Out of all the pages, let's work on that page, because that will give us the biggest bang for buck. Changing the headline, making changes to that page by reducing the bounce rate could have an immediate effect on your business. So takeaways: put analytics into a process. The process is acquire, measure, analyze, and either implement or test. Ideally, test. Time on page and bounce rate are key metrics, so always look at those. The AdWords report can help you make decisions about your keywords, also maybe about your ad text, and even about your bids. The map overlay can make more of your budget by looking at where your customers are coming from and targeting where your spend to your customers. And then the top content report is great because you can see the pages on your site and then actually target the page you want to work on. So just by changing one page can make a major impact onto the business.